Welcome to Live From Your Soul. I am Dr. Shaheerah Stevens. I am a spiritual midwife, teacher, and CEO of Transforming Love Community for the last 26 years. Check us out. Go to our website, transforminglovecommunity.com. We provide spiritual education and instruction. We have an online ministry every Sunday at 10 a.m. Check us out. So I'm continuing this series on the veils are lifting. This is my experience now more than ever as we are in a brand new dispensation. We are all experiencing shifts in every aspect of our lives. And I believe Spirit gave me this particular series so that we could awaken to some truths and have peace in the middle of the storm, in the middle of these shifts. This particular episode is about manifesting, money and manifesting. I did part 1, and this is part 2. In part 1, I really honed in on the principle of the law of mind action, which says ideas held in mind produce after their kind. Ideas held in mind produce. Could stop right there. Whatever you focus on is what you're drawing and calling into your life. This is the way the Creator made us. It's my understanding and acceptance that we are an idea in the mind of God. God is divine mind. God ideated us. And we are just like God. We have the ability to create with our thoughts and our words and our feelings. I was thinking about 3 manifestations I wanted to share with you in this particular episode. And one manifestation is the first home that my husband and I secured. I had just had a baby, and I wanted a home, but I knew we really could not afford a home. But I did desire one. And one day he called and he said, let's go and look at this house. I met this guy, and he's telling me that this is a perfect home for us. So I went, but I went reluctantly because it's like, we don't have any money. Hey, it's difficult to just pay the rent that we're paying. And you're talking about buying a house and buying it now. No money saved. I'm glad I went though. I went and I love the house. And what I did is I went home after that visit and I thought about it. I thought about that house. I even imagined myself walking up the stairs. I imagined myself in the bedrooms. I imagined myself sitting in the living room. I was just imagining up a storm. Now, at this time, I really was not versed in metaphysics or spirituality as I am today. However, I was practicing the very same principles as if I had been to a class. Well, it paid off. The people who lived in the house called us. They were 2 physicians. One was a pediatrician. One was a surgeon. And they said, we really like you. We like you and your husband. And we've decided we're going to lend you the money. We're going to lend you the money to buy our house. Now, that has to be God. Lending us the money to buy their house. And the surgeon said, well, at least we'll know where you live. And so they lent us the money. We moved in the home. The home served us. Beautiful home. Still beautiful to this day. That's just one example of manifesting. of the importance of focus, of the importance of putting blinders on when you are manifesting. When you decide on a matter, that's what a scripture in Job says, thou shalt decide on a matter, and it shall be established unto you. So first, you have to decide, what do you want? People are often talking about what they don't want, but what do you want? Ideas held in mind produce after their kind. This is the law. I don't care who you are or what you've done or what you have not done. These laws work when you work them. The next manifestation was our building. I'm going to share with you that when I got out of school, I was really tired. I was burnt out, having been in school so long. So we began our ministry at University of Detroit. We had a room that we rented, but what was happening is that some days we would go there, the room would be too cold. Some days we would go there, the room would be too hot. There was no way to open up the windows. Some days we would go there. There was too much noise with the other people who had rented space in different places. So after about a year and a half, I said, oh God, help. We need our own place. We need our own space. We need a space that we can at least control the environment. Well, one evening I was resting and I opened up the newspaper and I saw that there was this place for rent. And it was Sunday. So I said, I'll call on Monday. I took a nap. I woke up and Spirit was really pressing on me to move on this, like immediately. You know, that's what happens when Spirit wants you to do something. It doesn't let up. It's going to keep on pressing on your mind. It's going to keep on pressing until you do something about it. And so when I woke up from the nap, it kept pressing and I said, okay. So I called and the gentleman said, I already have a 10 a.m. person coming tomorrow. Immediately I said, can I come at 9? Because Spirit was working with me and it was telling me to take my checkbook. And I went there at 9. I could see the potential. It had a lot of work that needed to be done, but I could see the potential. And I wrote him a check at 9 a.m., about 9:30, before the 10 a.m. person came. Long story short, we fixed that building up. We eventually bought that building. Ideas held in mind produce after their kind. And as the Spirit is working with you, giving you ideas, hunches, follow your hunch. That's your intuition. The wisdom lives on the inside of us. And one of the ways that wisdom expresses in us is through intuition. And our part is to allow it. Once we pray about it, once we decide, we get busy allowing. It's very key that you feel good when you're allowing. Keep your vibrations high. That means staying away from negative people. Put your blinders on so that you can really, really focus on what you want. See yourself surrounded by the conditions that you desire. See yourself already there. That is so key. This is the way that God made us. We are an idea in the mind of God. And when we think our thoughts, we're thinking them in the mind of God. And when we're doing that, we're working with the whole universe. And God has so many variables. God has people you haven't met yet. God has ways of moving you don't know about. And this is why we want to reach high and keep our vibes high. The last manifestation is the last home that I bought. And I really wish I had listened to my husband on this one. Because I was buying in a seller's market. So for buyers, it was not advantageous at all. Houses were overpriced. However, I was so frustrated where we were. I just wanted to get out. And we bought a home that we paid too much money for it, but I loved it. Again, I was following spirit, and for a while I was out there hunting and getting discouraged in the cost and the condition of so many homes, and spirit said, "Stop. Your home is not on the market yet." So I waited a few months, and I was led, after one of the messages I gave, I was led to take a ride in this neighborhood, and I saw a for sale sign on this home that was very appealing to me. Great curb appeal. However, I was going to be traveling in 4 days, and I wanted to be able to see this home before I left. I called the real estate person. She got the appointment. I saw the home. It was very important to me that I was able to meet the people who live there, because I'm very, very sensitive to energy. When I got there, the wife was there, and about 10 minutes later, the husband came home. He forgot something. That was spirit allowing me to meet both of them. And guess what? They were ministers. And when I walked up into their office, they had the exact same carpet that I had at my office. And when I really realized that they were praying people, the energy felt so good in that home. I loved that home. We got that home. The home served us well. And when it was time to leave, it also served both of my children well. So again, why is this important? I believe that this is important now because I can see the handwritings on the wall with what's going on with the economic conditions worldwide, not just in the United States. But I really see that we are moving to where we were in 2008. I already am experiencing with other people that they're suffering and under a lot of stress. Layoffs, the pandemic did a lot for people. A lot of people never went back to work. The great resignation. But beyond all of those facts, and those can be facts, but facts are not truth. Beyond all of that, it's my desire that you understand that you can manifest, that you understand how God created you, that God created you to be able to bring out of the invisible into the visible everything that is needed. In Hebrews, it says, faith is the substance of things hoped for. Substance is another word for God. God is also known as divine substance. Faith, when you have faith, it's like a cookie cutter. You are going forth and you're pressing that image into this divine substance, and it's bringing it back to you. Ideas held in mind produce after their kind. So the beginning of your prosperity is starting with a positive mind. I offer you to, first of all, make a decision on what it is you want to manifest, whether it's health, a home, a car, a relationship, and understand that that desire is God. Look at that word, D-E, of, S-I-R-E, sire, of the Father, of God. And we know that God is not a male or female. God is spirit. But just for this understanding, desire, God is saying, I'm giving you a sneak preview of what I am ready to manifest through you, for you. I'm giving you a sneak preview of what I am ready to manifest through you and for you. Desire. Get that understanding. See it. Feel it. Do your affirmations. Give thanks in advance. That is a powerful tool. Praising in advance raises your vibration, because what we praise, we raise. You can manifest. The veils are lifting. For some people, the veils have lifted with the ED already. The portals are open right now. The portals are open. Ask, and it is given. It is given. And then you say, well, I've been asking. I don't see anything happening. And I'm going to ask you, what have you been thinking about from the time that you ask? And what have you been feeling from the time that you have asked? Because it's very important that you think positive and that you feel positive long enough. We're dealing with frequencies. We're dealing with energy. And that is what we are. Get this understanding that there is a law of mind action. Ideas held in mind produce after their kind. See it, feel it, and speak it. And listen to the voice of God. And know that timing is everything. As Spirit tells you to move, move as Spirit tells you to move. And this is how you're going to begin living from your soul. God bless you richly. I thank you so much for tuning in. And if these messages are a blessing to you, and especially if you're listening on Facebook, please subscribe to our channel. Please hit the like button and the notification button. I'm really focusing now on building this channel. This is very important that these messages get out, not just to our local community. And I thank you guys, because without Transforming Love Community, I would not even be doing this. If these messages are a blessing to you, please go to transforminglovecommunity.com and give to the ministry where I have been leading for the past 25 years. I appreciate you, and God bless you real good.